obsessively but reasonably conscious of the nutritional value of what it is I am putting into my body. And today was not one of those days. I wanted a little bowl of sodium and enriched bleached wheat flour, my own little bowl of everything that is wrong with American food production in the 21st century. And I didn't care about nutritional value. I wanted my chicken flavor instant ramen noodles. And this occupied my thought process for 8 hours. 8.5 hours. At my job, I'm sitting in a cubicle. Or standing sometimes. I stand up in my cubicle and I do yoga. But while I'm doing this, the place I work provides a captioning service for telephone conversations for the hearing impaired. So, basically, it's primarily elderly people with hearing problems. They have this service, and basically I'm making text out of whatever is being said by the person who is speaking to the hearing impaired person. And it's not bad for a silly college job. But old people have 4 primary conversations, and sometimes they talk about more interesting things, but mostly they talk about their doctor visits, their weather, wherever they happen to be, what they watched on TV today, and what they ate today. So, doctors, TV, the weather, and food are the 4 primary old people conversations. And this job, by the way, has taught me to fear getting old in ways that no amount of seeing people slumped over walkers has ever taught me to be afraid of the aging process. That's another post entirely. Anyway, while they're talking about these things, I just sort of get into a groove, and part of my mind goes elsewhere, and usually it goes to all different kinds of places, like, I don't know, Middle Earth, the Happy Butterfly Garden, thinking about my homework, stuff like that. But not today. Today the only thing I could think about was Maruchan instant ramen noodles, chicken flavor. And it has to be chicken flavor because those are the best ones. I don't care what anyone says. So when I got home, there I was, looking forward to my bowl of instant ramen noodles, and lo and behold, we had no instant ramen noodles. And I don't know who ate them all, but when I find out, they owe me 49 cents so I can go buy a package. That'll teach them. And so instead, I ended up having a very large bowl of salad, which in the long run is probably better for me, but I still feel like I missed out. salacious stuff that they don't tell you about in high school, which is awesome. There's, yeah, just because they were alive before the invention of the internet doesn't mean they didn't have extremely dirty minds, and they did. They really, really did. So that's going to be highly entertaining. I like this professor. He's extremely creative in his choice of texts, and maybe I'll tell you more about those at some other point once we've actually gotten into them and I can comment on them properly. I guess in other literary news, if you hadn't heard already, J.D. Salinger died earlier this week, Wednesday, I believe, which is sad. Now, I wasn't a huge fan. I'm not a 20th century literature type of person. But, well, I only have really 20th century authors, maybe 3, that I really love. J.R.R. Tolkien, Umberto Eco, who's Italian, last name E.C.O. I suggest you look him up. He's a medievalist. He's awesome. And P.G. Wodehouse. I love me some Plum. But anyway, as sad as Salinger's death is, it's kind of exciting because all those years he was holed up in seclusion. There could be some unpublished texts out there that we don't know about, and fingers crossed. It would be awesome. Even though I didn't like him very much, still a great, great influential literary pioneer, and a real loss. Passing of an American literary giant, kind of sad. But I guess that's it. Hopefully a relaxation video next time. Valete omnes.